Well, we'll see how much that he'll stay under the pressure for these when he starts to face. Well, we won't be commentating it, but like if as we proceed into like the tippy top seeds
Certainly.
fighting each other, and we'll see how well he stacks up. But it looks like
now we've got QMK versus Togaia. Okay, we've been looking forward to this one. I'm expecting a fun match.
They just finished their warm up, so I think we're gonna get right into the match.
Look at the warm up stats, though. Oh my lord!
Jesus.
You see this efficiency from QMK. All right.
Yeah, flunked them. All right, I don't know if the Togaia maybe just self-destructed, but let's see. Getting right into this match. We've talked about Togaia already. Obviously, QMK, a very well-known player, probably considered the best survivalist and downstacker. I guess to contrast with Reviclia, Cloak or QMK is probably the fastest, like the best versus downstacker, like not just doing cheese and going for the least blocks. But
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
In games, you see if you look at the top, the least cheese leaderboard, it's all like under 2 PPS, like some even just under 1 PPS. But all of the ones on the least cheese leaderboard that are above 2 PPS, it's all QMK. The guy it's crazy, and he just sees downstack patterns. It's like.
It's worth noting though, like QMK, like the thing is his defense is not carried only just by his cheese efficiency. It's not just that, it's the timing, it's the awareness, it's the screen watching.
Yeah.
There's just so much more that goes into it. And I think QMK is kind of like one of them, certainly widely known as kind of a master at that.
Yes.
And we see here, he's just finding crazy continuations on the downstack. Though no discredit to the guy though. I mean he's keeping up certainly.
Yeah. Look at the speed difference between the two players. QMK still definitely more than hanging on. Togaia even looking kind of with a rough stack. And the APMs are basically very comparable. Both around
Certainly.
130. Ooh, Togaia getting picked up a little more. Togaia doesn't really know how to solve that stack, and QMK is able to spike him out.
Yeah, crazy spikes from QMK though.
It's kind of like the match that we saw between Togaia and Chocolate before, except QMK kind of has in addition to being able to wait out Togaia with his superior survival, he also has the win condition of seeing those huge and timing those huge downstack spikes.
And it's worth noting that QMK himself, he's no slouch at pressure either. That's part of what makes a good player. All these people, there's almost
rough miss.
All right, yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, there's almost no good player I see that just the outright isn't really weak at something. I feel as though almost all the good players are at least mediocre at almost every skill. I feel like
I wouldn't even say mediocre. They're all great at every skill, but obviously there's certain things that they excel at. But at this tippy top level, you're top level at everything. Otherwise, you're not top level. That's just kind of the point where that Tetris has progressed to at this stage.
It's worth noting though. I feel as though, it's all relative, right? Right now, especially in the match we're looking at right now, there are certain skills that both players kind of contrast each other on. But right now, I think it's just QMK's downstack spiking and just cheesing that's kind of keeping him in the lead right now.
Yeah. Togaia, I think we saw, was definitely at his strongest when he was able to do what he wanted and push his speed advantage to just kind of send a mountain of pressure onto his opponent. But QMK kind of keeping him at bay with some just efficient decisions, and Kabuzel said, he's no slouch at pressure himself. You can't just do whatever you want to him. But in addition to that, having really consistent survival decisions just kind of makes him unkillable, and It's like an unkillable
say
guy
that,
with a shotgun or something. I don't know. Analogies are banned in Tetris. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I'll be turning myself into jail tomorrow, actually.
With that being said, though, I mean, as you said, unkillable, Togaia did find the pressure, so it's not an unbreakable wall, certainly, but
that's the commentator's curse.
It's a yikes for Togaia, though. I mean, just got, like, spiked up so high.
Yeah.
Not much he could have realistically done there.
And like we said, Togaia definitely, like, comparable and can hang with these top level players, and he's definitely almost there, but maybe just can't do it consistently enough. And we'll see that Togaia did get around in there, but with these shorts before top 8 sets,
yikes. Rough misdrops for Togaia.
Like, if you can't be consistent within the 7 matches you're given, then there's not too much chance. But some rough stacking on QMK side, maybe a misdrop, may give Togaia the chance to get down. Or roughish stacking. Forced to use I, but he had another one coming.
The thing with fighting QMK is that even if you deal with the initial attack, there's so much cheese.
I right over the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
just like the condition continues to get worse, and unfortunately, Togaia just not quite able to find a way out. And now we're at match point. Togaia kind of needs to find answers, but it can be so difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Togaia kind of probably, I mean, you're going up against one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he just wasn't quite able to make it work, I think. Just
still a very, very strong showing from Togaia. Again, I think I'm pretty sure he's like, he hasn't, QMK's like been playing the game for like almost a decade. I don't know how long.
Certainly. Very, very, very experienced player.